First of all, what do you see the future of neural networks and cybersecurity? And I think it's a very important topic because now the systems are very complicated. Okay, it's very tough to come up with a model, mathematical model for any communication system. So the best way to do it is to use neural network to learn about these complex systems, and then once you learn about these complex systems, then you can easily learn the neural networks how to determine whether this system is really a legitimate system or a system someone who attacked the system. So if there's someone like try to attack the system, like for example in communication, if there is a jamming attack and the neural networks has been already learned for a good channel, it will be able to determine if the channels are good or bad or under jamming. So I think, and also like if you know now Internet of Things, you have like millions of nodes. So really with machine learning and neural networks, you can help detect these kinds of attacks on Internet of Things. So why do you think of a neural network decoder? It's a very good idea, excellent idea. As I said, the systems are get very complicated. It's very tough to learn the system or determine mathematical representation of the system. So the neural network with good training models can be able to learn about these complex systems and also learn if the system is under attack or not. If the project was successful, do you think it can improve security system? For sure. As I said, like if you can learn, one of the major problems now in the security system is to determine if someone has like a jamming attack or interfering attack on any communication system. So sometimes you'll not be able to know this because it's very tough to know, because all depends on the channel parameters. So if you have a very intelligent system using neural networks, this will improve the security system and also can determine it early on through neural networks. So if the project was successful, do you think it can improve data encryption? I mean, it could improve the encryption and decryption of data because of the neural network was able to determine all these channel problems. So if even the encrypted data has been corrupted with the channel, okay, then the neural network will be able to know these kinds of bits, correct them, so they will be available for decryption. Also the parastructure of the neural network will allow it to make it like better performance in terms of speed. And do you think this will help the country for futuristic projects? It's very clear. Cybersecurity now becomes a very hot topic. You can see like we have even, I'm not sure if I say this or not, but in Harvard Khalifa University now have a Master of Cybersecurity. And we are looking for such kinds of projects. I've been collaborating with many government agencies about really security of communication system. So, so like for jamming, anti-jamming attacks. So for sure, if you can, this project, the results will be very important to the country. And you have an idea how to improve the concept of the project. Yeah, as I said, the key idea of the neural networks to work is to make sure that you test this for different channel environments, outdoor, indoor, car moving, car fixed, because the communication system will have different channel models. So if you can try all these scenarios and make sure that the system is working for all of these, then this for sure will make your results very robust and applies for many different channel scenarios and communication systems.
Excuse me, Dr. I'll just present one more question.
Sure.
Do you think we need it? Do you think we need neural networks applied to our digital systems? Do you think we need it not only on one level? Do you think we need it on the upper level of telecommunication companies? Do you think they need it to fasten the networking in general? Because I know they have their own issues. Do you think we need it when we go down to the public? I know the public, if this is not a topic we can ask anyone, you see, in the street.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can, exactly, and if I can say it this way, this is a topic for people that are specialized in communication.
Mm-hmm.
Still, do you think the public, I know, on the back of their heads, they need it in a way, or they have a problem that can be solved by a neural network, or maybe by a neural network decoder of a well, I know this is only one part of the equation. You also need an encoder to have a well-balanced equation, but still, is there a need for it? Is there a customer need for it?
Definitely, and now like there is this smart cities concepts, And people now, like if you see that we're saying now, they have the smart cities. So how the smart cities is working? It's all about sensor networks. The sensor networks is all nodes that communicating data to the people. Like they sense like all the home automation system. They sense this information and send it back to the users, and also to the maybe to the other companies to take actions. For example, security aspects. And if you have a problem with the security aspects of these systems, okay, then this will affect the people direct. Okay, for example, if someone jammed or interfered your network, and you have a fire somewhere, and you're not informed about this will be a big issue. Okay, so now, as I said, for the sensor networks or for these smart cities, they come up with many nodes. Many, if you think about it, huge number of communication systems built in one, even in one building or even in one apartment. With all this kind of information being transmitted from the home, okay, to like a place to process this information, then really a neural network can help you to understand all these data, all the channel effects, and make sure that the data which has been received is correctly. Because any problem with this data will not only affect like a voice communication, this can affect also some important information coming from these smart cities, which is very directly important to the society for people itself. As I said, imagine security, whatever. So the smart cities is one big application for that.
Is there anything else you would like to add? Any other question you would like to answer, maybe?
Well, I think this is a very good project. I think you are going to implement a prototype for this. That's right.
Exactly. We have a demo day in April.
Okay, so I think you should be very careful with it, and you should do your best to come up with a good prototype on this. You have different machine learning and neural network models outside. So make sure that you pick the best one that can work for this, and make sure that you do a great job. And I'm pretty sure of that.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you. يعطيك العافية.
I'm sure if I tried. Is it good for you?
It is fine. It's natural. We want it to be natural.
Okay.
It's like a similar